What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy TK the Official, and welcome back to another episode of TK Sports Talk, where we talk about the NFL, but more importantly, we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, man. The game is over between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers, and the winner is not probably who you think. By now, if you're watching this video, if you've seen the title of this video, you know that the Dallas Cowboys choked again, okay? You know that the Dallas Cowboys had no air. You know that the Dallas Cowboys looked like they was on a football field and had no life, okay? This Dallas Cowboys team, what an epic collapse. I think this might be the biggest collapse that I've ever seen from the Dallas Cowboys. I've seen epic collapses, okay? All right, but this team was looking like one of the better teams all year. Dak Prescott having an MVP season. Ceedeelamb having an MVP season. Both these two guys having an all-pro season. Dak Prescott, second team all-pro. Ceedeelamb, first team all-pro. Micah Parsons, first team all-pro. Deron Bland, first team all-pro. This defense of the Dallas Cowboys setting records out there, okay? Making big-time plays was supposed to be the biggest part of this defense. And let me tell you something. It was 27-0 just before the half. Understand that. 27-0 before the halftime. What happened to this defense? I know everybody wants to put it on Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, Dak. Where was this defense? This defense couldn't stop the run. This defense couldn't stop the pass. They looked like they was behind Green Bay all day. They did not know if it was run, if it was pass. They did not know if it was shallow, if it was intermediate, if it was deep. Green Bay had their way with the Dallas Cowboys. Again, Jordan Love, you know who Jordan Love looked like today? Jordan Love looked like C.J. Stroud for the Houston Texans yesterday. Jordan Love, let's go through the numbers. Jordan Love, 16 completed passes, 21 attempts for 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, 157.2 yards, the cleanest game you could play. Almost a perfect quarterback rating. We're talking about Jordan Love. This is a guy, if you're Dan Quinn, I mean, listen, I don't want to put all the coaches on the hot seat. Mike McCarthy's on the hot seat. Dan Quinn is on the hot seat. Okay, Dan Quinn might be on his way out of Dallas anyway. Okay, he's a hot head coaching candidate out there. Okay, but Jordan Love, this is his first playoff appearance. Jordan Love, he is commanding a bunch of young players. Okay, you don't even know a lot of the receivers on the Packers. Okay. All right, I know Watson, I know Dobbs. I just found out about Reed, okay? And the other receiver who got a touchdown today, I didn't even know who that was. These are young receivers, no-name receivers, and the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love just went through the Dallas defense like a hot knife through butter. Hot knife through butter. If you're the Dallas Cowboys fan, if you're a Cowboys fan, please comment down below. Let me know. Does Mike McCarthy deserve to lose his job, okay? And the reason why I'm asking this is I'm not trying to be a hater here, okay? All right? But the reason why I'm asking this question is because, let me tell you something. If Nick Sirianni, the way the Philadelphia Eagles have finished this last part of the season, losing 5 out of 6 games, if Nick Sirianni and the Philadelphia Eagles go into Tampa Bay and they have a pathetic performance of a game like I just saw from the Dallas Cowboys against Green Bay at home, then Nick, you might have to be fired. We might have to. There's no way. I cannot explain. Okay, I cannot explain how this team lost 5 out of 6, and I cannot explain how bad this team looked in the playoff game. This team looked like they were not playing for you. If you're Mike McCarthy, how do you explain? I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys, okay, listen, understand what I'm saying here. All right, I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys were not playing for Mike McCarthy. Understand that. That's not what I'm saying at all. Well, what I am saying is that how do you explain your team coming out being so flat? Did you not prepare this team enough? Okay. How do you explain them looking so ill prepared on defense? Did y'all not go over their plays enough? Did y'all underestimate this team? Okay, was there something in the preparation? If I'm Jerry Jones, I am desperately seeking for this answer because I don't have a lot of time to get it right. I need to know whatever didn't work this year, how to fix it for next year. All right, if you're Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy, yes, you've had 3 straight 12-win seasons. Yes, you've been in the playoffs for 3 straight years. But you've been bounced out of the playoffs for 3 straight years before even reaching the NFC Championship game. Twice in the first round. The other time, the only reason why you didn't get bounced last year is we know, okay? Tom Brady was on a swan song, okay? We know that was Tom Brady's last game of the season. The Tampa Bay Bucks were a shell of themselves, and y'all was able to go down there and take care of business. All right? But I'm going to be honest. No one saw this coming from the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care how much of a Dallas Cowboy hater you are. No one saw this type of an epic collapse. And so there's questions that have to be asked, all right? All right? Aaron Jones, 21 for 118 yards. Couldn't stop him on the ground if you're the Dallas Cowboys. Where you at, Law? Where you at, Odigizua? Okay? Where you at, Bland? Where you at? Where you at, Micah? Micah. Not one sack today, Micah. Not one tackle for loss today, Micah. Not one. Is that a Micah Parsons issue? Is that a Dan Quinn issue? All right? How do we not get our best pass rusher? And I'm saying our if you're the Dallas Cowboys, because I'm clearly not a Cowboys fan. But how do you, not get your best pass rusher in the great situations? Whether you're running stunts, twists, moving them somewhere else on the line, nothing today. Nothing. I mean, you guys running wide open, holes busted wide open. Somebody's got to be fired down there in Dallas, okay? Somebody's got to be fired. All right, Romeo Doubs, six receptions for 151 yards. I didn't see Deron Bland stopping him. I didn't see my other man over there. Damn, his name escaped me. Number 21 for the Cowboys, Hall of Famer, man. He's going to be a Hall of Famer when he's finished playing. I can't remember his name right now. It's escaping me. But I didn't see any effort from anyone. Wide receivers running wide open. Musgrave with a big day today from the tight end position. Okay? Reed with a nice day today. Who else? Mason. If you were a Green Bay wide receiver, chances are you was going to catch the ball. Period. Chances are that each and every down out there, you had a chance to have the ball thrown to you. And I think that's what made this Green Bay defense so tough to deal with. All right? Green Bay's offense, listen, Jordan Love threw for 272 yards today. He could have threw for more. Okay, we know that they came out of the game at some point in time in the fourth quarter. They did wind up going back into the game, all right, because Dallas started to come back a little bit. All right? But they spread that ball around today. And I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys was able to do that, okay? I think when you have a kind of offense like Green Bay has, there is no one wide receiver to key on, okay? It's an equal opportunistic offense, all right? And on the defensive side of the ball, I've said for the longest time, all right? And, yeah, listen, I don't know why the Philadelphia Eagles don't do this. Maybe we're just not capable of doing this, okay? But for the longest time, I've said, listen, the Dallas Cowboys offense runs through Ceedeelamb. It's clear to tell, all right? We saw that the Eagles defense ran through A.J. Brown, and then they shut it down. They started doubling A.J. Brown. There was no more 6 straight catches for 150 yards and a touchdown. And finally, for the first time, you saw teams today take away Ceedeelamb, okay? They played him. They zoned him up. They played underneath. They played over top, okay? They played combination. They switched off on him in the middle of the field. All right, a really solid game plan for Ceedeelamb. Now, CeedeeLamb's number was 9 catches for 110 yards, but it was all garbage. Garbage time for CeedeeLamb, okay? Dak Prescott, 41 completions for, 41 completions for 60 attempts for 403 yards. 41 completions, but for only 403 yards. 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, including 1 pick six, all right? MVP year for Dak Prescott. Does Dak Prescott still get voted MVP? Now, I know this is supposed to be a regular season award, all right? And it looks like Lamar Jackson is going to go ahead and take that award. But if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, does this ruin or does this put dirt, does this besmirch Dak Prescott's MVP caliber type of a season? How are you feeling about Dak Prescott out there? Is the loss Dak Prescott's fault? Let me tell you. Let me ask that. What do you want from Dak Prescott? All right, 60 attempts, 41 completions, 403 yards, three touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Now I will say that 2 of these touchdowns were in garbage time. All right, so it's like, what are you really doing for me? Because the game that I saw from Dak Prescott, I saw him throwing some behind some of his receivers. I didn't see a lot of command, but I didn't think that the issue was completely Dak Prescott. All right, now that 1 pick six. Listen, all right, You got an issue where you're trying to force the ball to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is visibly unhappy about how the game is going, and rightfully so. All right. And the safety comes down. He sees CeeDee Lamb getting ready to come in on a crossing route. He just steps right in front of it because he knows that that's where Dak wants to throw the ball. Okay. 8 times out of 10, Dak wants to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. And in a one-game situation, if I'm going to play the Dallas Cowboys in a one-game situation, I'm taking away CeeDee Lamb. Listen, if Michael Gallup wants to beat me, Michael Gallup today, ladies and gentlemen, had 6 catches for 103 yards in garbage time. But if CeeDee Lamb, if Michael Gallup wants to beat me, if Brandon Cooks want to beat me, all right, if even Ferguson wants to beat me, they can beat me. But you know who's not going to beat me in this game? CeeDee Lamb is not going to beat me. All right, you know what I'm gonna have. Listen, if you're Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, you're gonna waste time looking for CeeDee Lamb because he's not gonna be available. All right, and that's what happened. Unbelievable loss today for the Dallas Cowboys. A great loss if you're an Eagles fan. All right, if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, all right, if the Rams win the game tonight, if the Eagles can take care of business against the Bucs, then the Eagles will have a home game next week against the Rams. All right, and Green Bay will go ahead and play the San Francisco 49ers. And then anything can happen from here, okay? What a great game to watch if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, or a fan of any other team except for the Cowboys. A lot of questions to answer in Dallas now, okay? Well, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, what do you do with Dak and his contract? Do you pay a man that much money who cannot get you nowhere in the postseason? Do you pay a man that much money who's going to come out and have 2 interceptions? All right, and a touchdown in the first half of a game that y'all losing 27-6. Huh? Is that worth another $55 million a year? What do you do with Dak Prescott? What do you do with Mike McCarthy? What do you do? There's a lot of coaches out there. Okay, some really good coaches out there. Jim Harbaugh's out there. Bill Belichick's out there. You got some young up and coming coaches that's out there. What do you do if you're the Dallas Cowboys? Another loss early in the postseason. Another first round one and done out for the Dallas Cowboys. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Listen, this is TK the official. This has been TK Sports Talk, okay? The Dallas Cowboys lose another game in the playoffs and don't make it back to the NFC Championship game. Don't make it to the Super Bowl. This is your boy TK the official. This is TK Sports Talk Podcast. We on.